Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius May 30, 2022. Indecision can be a good thing today if it keeps you from making choices you don't wholly own. The general tendency is to be in limbo, but it shouldn't detract from the positive potential of the day for reflection and emotional refreshment. Mercury is about to begin its retrograde cycle that will last from early tomorrow to May 30 RD. Until the 22nd, this cycle impacts your close personal relationships most, after which work or health matters are more prominent. There can be a focus on the past with a close relationship. You could be waiting for information or otherwise in limbo. This may give you the chance to consider other angles that benefit you. In fact, it can be an excellent time to revise, review, and reorganize as you see things you may have missed because you were too busy to notice the first time around. Communications can be muddled today and tomorrow, but delays can also help you understand your situation better. You're being called to make an important decision, despite knowing what's best for you. For instance, with Mercury about to station retrograde in Gemini, via your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, conversations and past experiences are bound to resurface, so be on the lookout as you can possibly receive the closure you've been seeking. Keep in mind that the Moon, celestial ruler of your intimate 8th house of mergers, will sit directly across from Saturn in your communication sector, so the key is to keep an open mind, especially for those of you struggling with meeting a lover halfway with regards to your belief systems. You may have an idea about where you want to take your professional development after yesterday's first quarter moon in Capricorn. But the moon leaves Capricorn for mutable Virgo today, which now squares your sign. You are a fire sign who loves to live life according to whatever whim you have, so the lunar energy is a little too focused for your liking. However, the moon in Virgo can help you steadily make progress in your career, hopefully by focusing on a few promising ventures that stoke your passion and have the potential to become a remarkable accomplishment. Today's celestial energy has you rethinking the areas in your life. If you're not as challenged and delighted with your job as you feel you should be, then perhaps it's time for a change. For you, the trick will be figuring out what exactly it is that you want to do. You have a tremendous amount of innate creative ability. If you aren't using these talents much, why not explore a career that would allow you to develop these abilities further? It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. It's a spiral of fun, and you're stuck in the middle. You can't stop smiling at your amazing good luck, and that smile's going to get you a lot of good attention. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. You could have troubles organizing your thoughts today, even though there is much that you need to accomplish. You haven't been allowing much time to take care of personal errands, and today it could catch up with you. Unfortunately, your energy might be low, and you shouldn't push yourself too hard. The stress of the past weeks may require you to rest a little and lighten up on your obligations for a little while. Today, you will feel split between a great need for solitude and a real desire to meet people. This vibration isn't very favorable for energetic people like you, so it might be better to relax in peace. Put your dynamism away, dear 9, and stay home. But don't hide out. You can still welcome phone calls and texts from everyone. Having the moon not only in your income sector but at a friendly aspect to the sun in his last full day in your work sector is an advantage for both. As well as ensuring your nose for money is sharp while the solar spotlight is still on your work situation and job matters, this is highlighting the planets on both fronts that will continue what they began. This is taking away the urgency while boosting your confidence. Meanwhile, ahead of the sun's return to your relationship sector, Mercury is making the most of one last day when it is all about giving your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Apart from leaving you more emotionally and intuitively engaged, the moon's transit through Sagittarius over the last few days saw it form a friendly aspect to Venus and Jupiter in your romantic sector. With Venus leaving later next week but Jupiter still in the early days of your luckiest year for love in over a decade, this has given the spirit of romance the right boost at the right time. Our eyes in the sky. Venus and Mars are aligned in Aquarius, giving us a chance to understand the way we partner and express our innermost sentiments to others. This connection offers us the romantic world if we choose to take it. Rather than make a major declaration of love, the Aquarius energy makes us take a step back and understand our feelings at a deeper level. Perspective is everything here, so you'd better be clear about what you feel when you feel it, because the next few weeks are going to be all-encompassing when it comes to romance. These two planets share a minor aspect with expansive Jupiter, which might accelerate all possibilities and make us feel as though the world is ours to conquer. Slow your roll before making any moves. You don't have to win a race. Love is about building connections and knowing the person on a soul level. Also, Mercury and the nodes of destiny square off, which can give you a push to spread your wings and fly, but only if you are on the right track and prepared to do so. You'll have warm feelings for the people you keep close, and you can enhance your connections today. You'll be feeling sociable, and communication will be very open. Being this in touch with how you feel while also being able to convey it exactly the way you like is a blessing. However, this comes with the countering energy of the Moon-Neptune square, making things seem slightly less real. Misperception is very likely at this time, so be careful not to react too seriously to anything, and be aware that you might be more sensitive than usual. The best thing would be to put your energy into creative outlets or some other method of escaping reality. You're sure to at least be resourceful enough to come up with some problem-solving ideas. Time limitations could give you a reality check, but you could be too motivated by possible success to think much about it. At midnight, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, the moon transits the sign of its exaltation, amplifying feelings of peace, harmony, and accord. Engage in activities that stimulate your senses and allow you to commune with nature. At this time, comfort takes primacy, which means we may be more stubborn or sluggish in our movements as we linger in each moment, stopping often to smell the roses. Shortly after the moon enters Cancer, it squares Mars and Venus, stimulating our desire complexes in potentially frustrating ways. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it might now seem that what our heart wants has been denied to us. Perhaps this is a matter of unrequited feelings. Perhaps our needs have failed to be met. Perhaps we are simply uncomfortable airing romantic or gushy sentiments. We would love for things to be simple, but the extent of a circumstance's complexity makes for moodiness. We may also act a bit desperate, convinced that hearts can be changed if we simply dig in our heels and refuse to acknowledge another's interest or lack thereof. We must determine whether we are potentially hurting ourselves in our unwillingness to accept anything other than a simple answer.